Hello and welcome back to WorldTVElderly, your trusted source for thriving in your golden years. We've all heard it 1,000 times, from our parents to our doctors: eat your vegetables. It's the cornerstone of a healthy life, a rainbow on our plate promising vitamins, minerals, and fiber. But what if I told you that some of the very vegetables you believe are healthy could actually be working against you, especially now that you're over 60? What if some of them are quietly contributing to your joint pain, digestive troubles, or those stubborn blood sugar spikes? It can be a frustrating and confusing reality. You're doing everything right. You're choosing the salad, you're steaming the grains, yet you still feel tired, achy, or bloated. The truth is, not all vegetables are created equal. As our bodies change, so does the way we process certain compounds found in these everyday foods. In today's crucial video, we are going to pull back the curtain on 10 specific vegetables that you should seriously consider avoiding or placing in your diet. We won't just tell you what to avoid, we'll explain exactly why they can be problematic for those of us over 60 and, most importantly, what you can enjoy instead. This is about making smarter choices, not about deprivation. So get ready to take some notes, because this information could truly change the way you feel every single day. Let's start with number 1, a vegetable that is shocking to many: raw spinach. Yes, you heard that right. Popeye's favorite superfood has a hidden dark side when consumed raw. We see it everywhere as the base for healthy salads and green smoothies. But raw spinach is loaded with something called oxalates. Oxalates are natural compounds that bind to minerals, and this creates significant problems for seniors. First, they can interfere with the absorption of essential minerals, most notably calcium. When you eat raw spinach, the oxalates in it can latch onto the calcium from your meal, preventing your body from absorbing it. For anyone over 60, maintaining bone density is absolutely critical to prevent osteoporosis and fractures. You simply cannot afford to have anything blocking your calcium intake. Second, for those who are susceptible, these oxalates can form tiny crystals, which can contribute to the formation of kidney stones. If you've ever had a kidney stone, you know it's an agony you would never want to repeat. While many people can handle oxalates just fine, our digestive and renal systems can become more sensitive with age. The key word here is raw. The good news is that cooking spinach, whether you steam it, saute it, or boil it, drastically reduces its oxalate content, making it a much safer and healthier choice. So, instead of a raw spinach salad, perhaps try a lightly wilted spinach salad, or enjoy other wonderful greens like arugula and watercress, which are much lower in oxalates. Moving on to number 2, white potatoes. The humble potato is a comfort food staple in America. Mashed, baked, fried, or roasted, it's on our plates year-round. But the common white or russet potato, a major culprit when it comes to health issues in seniors. The primary problem is its incredibly high glycemic index. In simple terms, your body digests the starch in a white potato very quickly, converting it to sugar in your bloodstream almost instantly. This causes a rapid spike in your blood sugar and insulin levels. For anyone managing prediabetes, diabetes, or simply trying to control their weight, this is a disaster. This constant roller coaster of sugar spikes and crash contributes to inflammation, energy slumps, and can even encourage your body to store more fat, particularly around the midsection. Furthermore, potatoes are part of the nightshade family of plants, which contain compounds that some studies and countless personal stories have linked to increased inflammation and joint pain in sensitive individuals. If you wake up with stiff or achy joints, your nightly side of potatoes might be a factor. A fantastic alternative is the sweet potato. It has a lower glycemic index, meaning it releases sugar more slowly, and it's packed with fiber and vitamin A. For a delicious mashed potato substitute, try mashing steamed cauliflower with a bit of butter and garlic. It's creamy, delicious, and won't send your blood sugar on a wild ride. Alright, our third vegetable to avoid is corn. Whether it's on the cob at a summer barbecue or out of a can mixed into a stew, corn is everywhere. Many of us think of it as a healthy vegetable, but botanically speaking, it's actually a grain, and it behaves like a grain in your body. Like the white potato, corn is very high in starch and sugar, which can lead to the same blood sugar problems we just discussed. But the issues with corn go deeper. Corn contains proteins called lectins. Lectins are part of a plant's natural defense system, and they can be very tough on the human digestive tract. For seniors, whose digestive systems can be less robust, lectins can interfere with nutrient absorption and contribute to inflammation and a leaky gut, which is the root cause of many autoimmune issues. On top of that, much of the corn produced in the United States is genetically modified and often has a poor ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. An excess of omega-6 fatty acids in the diet is a major driver of systemic inflammation throughout the body. So, instead of corn, try swapping in some diced, roasted red bell peppers for color and sweetness, or add some chopped zucchini or carrots to your soups and salads. Finally, for this part, let's talk about number 4, eggplant. Famous in dishes like eggplant parmesan, this glossy, purple vegetable is another member of the nightshade family. Just like white potatoes, this is a big one for anyone dealing with any form of arthritis or chronic joint pain. Eggplant contains alkaloids, including a compound called solanine. For many people, these compounds pose no issue. But for a significant portion of the population, especially those with inflammatory conditions, solanine can act as a trigger, exacerbating pain, stiffness, and swelling in the joints. Think of it like a switch. For some, the switch is off, but for others, eating eggplant is like flipping on the switch for a flare-up. If you've been struggling with unexplained aches and pains and you eat eggplant regularly, it could be a hidden culprit worth eliminating from your diet for a few weeks to see how you feel. For a wonderful, meaty alternative that doesn't carry the same risk, try using large portobello mushrooms. They have a fantastic texture and can be grilled, baked, or used in place of eggplant in almost any recipe. Well-cooked zucchini is another excellent and safe substitute. Alright, let's move on to our fifth vegetable to be cautious with, and it's another nightshade, bell peppers, especially the green ones. Like their cousins the potato and the eggplant, bell peppers contain alkaloids that can be problematic for sensitive joints. But they also present another challenge, digestibility. The skin of a bell pepper is made of a tough, waxy cellulose that the human stomach cannot break down. For many older adults, this can lead to uncomfortable gas, bloating, and even acid reflux. You might find that the red, yellow, or orange varieties are a bit gentler on your system, as they are more mature and contain fewer of the compounds found in the unripe green peppers. However, if you find any kind of bell pepper gives you trouble, there are better choices. Roasted red peppers, especially with the skin removed, are much easier to digest, and for that fresh crunch in a salad, you can use celery, jicama, or carrots instead. Number 6 is another darling of the health food world, raw kale. Kale has been hailed as a superfood, and it is indeed packed with nutrients. However, consuming it raw can cause a couple of significant issues for seniors. First, raw kale is high in goitrogens. Goitrogens are compounds that can interfere with thyroid function by blocking iodine uptake. Your thyroid gland controls your metabolism and energy levels, and its health is paramount as we age. For anyone with a pre-existing or borderline thyroid condition, consuming large amounts of raw goitrogenic vegetables is not a good idea. Second, like spinach, kale is high in oxalates, which can hinder mineral absorption and contribute to kidney stones. Finally, the fiber in raw kale is incredibly tough and fibrous. It can be very hard on the digestive system, leading to gas and serious bloating. The good news is that, like spinach, cooking kale helps to deactivate the goitrogens and break down the tough fibers, making it much more beneficial. So, enjoy kale steamed or sautéed, but consider replacing it in your raw salads with softer greens like romaine or butter lettuce. Next up, at number 7, we have Brussels sprouts. This vegetable has had a major comeback in recent years. Roasted with bacon or drizzled with balsamic glaze, they are delicious. But they are also notorious for one specific side effect: gas. Brussels sprouts belong to the cruciferous family of vegetables, and they contain a type of complex sugar called raffinose. Humans lack the enzyme to properly break down raffinose in the small intestine, so, when these sprouts reach your large intestine, the bacteria in your gut have a feast, fermenting the raffinose and producing a large amount of gas in the process. While this can happen to anyone, it can be particularly uncomfortable and painful for seniors with more sensitive digestive tracts. If you find yourself feeling bloated and gassy after eating them, it's not just you. While they are nutritious, the discomfort may not be worth it. For a similar nutritional profile without the dramatic side effects, consider well-cooked asparagus or green beans. Let's talk about number 8, soybeans, including edamame. Often touted as a healthy, plant-based protein source, soybeans are complex. They contain potent compounds called phytoestrogens, specifically isoflavones, which can mimic the hormone estrogen in the body. The role of hormones in our bodies is a delicate balancing act. For seniors, both men and women, who are already navigating significant hormonal changes, introducing a food that can influence this system may not be wise without medical guidance. Additionally, soy is another goitrogenic food that can impact the thyroid, and it contains high levels of phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that can block the absorption of vital minerals like zinc, magnesium, and iron. Given that many seniors are already at risk for deficiencies in these minerals, we don't want anything getting in the way. If you're looking for a great plant-based protein, consider chickpeas or lentils instead. They are fantastic sources of fiber and protein without the hormonal and anti-nutrient concerns. Coming in at number 9 is celery. Celery is low-calorie, crunchy, and hydrating. So, what's the problem? There are two. First, conventionally grown celery is consistently on the Dirty Dozen list, which is a list of produce with the highest pesticide residues compiled by the Environmental Working Group. Because celery has no protective outer skin and is very porous, it absorbs these chemicals from the soil and sprays. As we age, our body's detoxification systems, like our liver and kidneys, may not be as efficient as they once were, so minimizing our exposure to pesticides is a smart move. If you enjoy celery, buying organic is a much safer bet. Second, celery is surprisingly high in sodium compared to other vegetables. While it's a natural source, for the millions of seniors who need to monitor their sodium intake to manage high blood pressure, the amount in celery can add up quickly. A better crunchy, low-sodium alternative could be fennel or peeled cucumbers. And finally, number 10, cucumbers. This one might be the most surprising of all. How can a simple cucumber be a problem? Again, it comes down to digestibility. The skin of a cucumber can be waxy and bitter, and it, along with the seeds, can be very difficult for a mature digestive system to break down. Furthermore, cucumbers contain a compound called cucurbitacin. This is what can give them a slightly bitter taste, and it is well known for causing indigestion and burping. It's why some people say cucumbers don't agree with them. If you love the refreshing taste of cucumbers, the solution is simple and effective. Buy organic, peel the skin off completely, and scoop out the seeds before eating. This removes the most problematic parts, leaving you with the easy-to-digest flesh. So, there you have it, 10 common vegetables that could be causing more trouble than they're worth. The purpose of this list is not to make you afraid of the produce aisle. It is about empowerment. It's about listening to your body and understanding that the perfect diet is the one that makes you feel your best. Your body at 60, 70, or 80 is different from when you were 20, and it requires different considerations. This is an opportunity to tune into how you feel after you eat. It's a chance to explore new vegetables, like jicama, fennel, or Swiss chard, and to find what makes you feel vibrant, energetic, and pain-free. If you found this information helpful and eye-opening, please do us a favor and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more people who need to hear this message. Share it with a friend or family member who might benefit. And most importantly, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and the notification bell. We are dedicated to bringing you honest, practical, and well-researched health advice for this chapter of your life. Thank you for watching World TV Elderly. Eat smart and be well.